Hello, I'm going to share with you everything you need to know for your Bearizona weekend trip as a first-time family experience. Bearizona for the first time this spring break, and we had tons of questions, and I am going to answer them here for you. How much is it? Now, you can find this information on their website. We went during the weekend, so it was $35 for adults and $25 for kids, and 3 and under are free. So we paid a total of $102 for a family of 5. My baby is 3 and under, so she was free. So it was just 2 adults and 2 kids. But we've passed by Bearizona one time when we went to visit family in Arizona, and we thought I was just strictly drive-through, but after reading their website, I seen that it was drive-through and a walk-through. But what we didn't know is if we can do one or the other or both. So you can do both. You can drive through, and you can drive through as many times as you want, and then after you drive through, at the end there is a like parking lot for you to park, and then you can go in through the walk-through like area, kind of like a zoo type thing. Now, where did we stay in regards to a hotel? My husband booked the Windham, I believe it was called. We actually do not recommend to stay there. I know that it is cheaper, that's why we booked it, but honestly, we had a very bad experience. It was like one of the worst hotels that we stayed at. I recommend staying maybe like I know there was like a Ramada there, and there was like a couple other hotels. I recommend going to one of the other ones just because it wasn't the cleanest. The breakfast was not as great, and they had like this tiny like small room for a whole bunch of people. Like I literally stood the whole time for breakfast while my kids just ate cereal, and they had only 2 options of cereal, which is okay, but you know, we had been to other hotels where they have breakfast, and you know it was just better. But anyways, the room was not the cleanest. Again, I couldn't get a video of it because I forgot. I was just kind of all over the place with the kids, but the walls had just like a film of like dust, and you can tell like somebody, maybe I don't know who, maybe a previous guest seen it too, and they like ran their hand over it, and you can see where they like did that, like they left like a clean like swipe, and then the rest was just dusty. So no, I don't recommend staying at the Windham. um Stay at another hotel. Even if it says it's cheaper, we probably would have paid maybe like $100 more for, I believe it was like the Ramada. So another thing that took us by surprise is there isn't a lot of places to eat there in Williams. So there was like a McDonald's, a Taco Bell, like I think it was like a Carl's Jr., and then like other restaurants around there, but they upcharge so much. The night that we got there, we ended up going to McDonald's because it was just there, like down the street, and it was like fast and easy. But we paid almost $60 for like some McChickens and our Happy Meal, and we were like, why is it so much? So just kind of be prepared that there specifically, I don't know, maybe because it's a really small town, they really upcharge um their food. Now, as far as lunch, when we got there, we ended up going to one of their like restaurants there. It's the one that's in the gift shop. I forgot the name of it. Again, it was kind of expensive, and it wasn't as great. I mean, it was decent, because I mean, our kids were hungry. We were already there, so we're like, okay, let's just kind of eat here because we kind of had that bad experience the day before with the McDonald's. Um, so it's decent. I got the hamburger. My kids got, I believe, like the chicken tenders. They were decent. My hamburger was decent. It was edible. Nothing, special. My husband did get their like mango habanero wings, which he said didn't even taste like mango habanero, so he was kind of disappointed in that. But I believe there's like another restaurant. We didn't try that one. But the one inside the gift shop, again, it was eh, it wasn't anything special. So just to let you guys know on that. To go back onto the, you can drive as many times as you want, just because it is kind of short in a way. You do have to have your windows up when you pass by the bears and the wolves, but all of the other animals like the deer, the buffalo, or not the buffalo, the bison and all of that, you can have your windows down, but you can't have your hands out. So just, if you have kids, you know, don't they, and they tell you all of that when you first go through, and they give you a pamphlet as well, with just like the animals that they have, and then a map with like the drive-through and then the walk-through experience as well. We were really excited to see the jaguars, and we were like trying to find them. We kind of left them like for last, and to see them, we had to ask somebody because we didn't know where they were, and we kind of like walked all the way around, and we were like, where the heck are the freaking, you know, jaguars? So you have to walk through the gift shop to the other side, and they are on the other side with the elk, I believe. So they have them over there like kind of separate. For spring break, so it was like the like beginning of March. It was cold like in the morning, and then like during the day it did get a little bit more warm, but I do recommend bringing just like maybe an extra jacket or something like that, because once the sun started going down, then it was pretty cold, and in the morning it was like 25 degrees. So, and that was like around 7 or 8, obviously, like I said, once it started, you know, like noon, it did start to warm up, and then you're walking and all of that. So, you know, just a little tip, you know, if you have like little babies or anything like that, definitely kind of bring like a blanket or something just in case. So we were there pretty much all day. We got there at about like 9:30 or 10, and we left at about 4:30. So we were there doing the drive-through, and then we did the walkthrough. We had lunch. They did have like a little ice cream place, so we did get ice cream. There was like a bird show as well, like a live little bird show, and they do like tricks and stuff, so that was really neat to see as well. And then we left. We actually, they closed at 4, so, or the last people that they let in is at 4, and we went through the gate to do one more drive through at 3:57. So we were like pretty much like the last car. And now with that, the first in the morning when we did it, the animals were kind of just chilling and eating pretty much. Like the bears were all pretty much asleep. Yeah, there was like some here and there that were a little bit active, but they were like in their caves pretty much sleeping. And the second time, a little closer to closing, pretty much all the bears were active. They were they were eating, they were like running around and all of that. So probably I would suggest do like the one drive through like in, you know, in the morning when you get there, and then do like another one like a little bit later, maybe in the afternoon, maybe, so you can catch some of the like I said, the bears or the other animals kind of just, you know, out of their caves and stuff. Now, after we left Bearizona, we didn't want to go back to our hotel because we had 3 kids, and we don't like to be stuck at the hotel. You know, our kids get loud, they get annoying, they get kind of frustrated being in like a small enclosed space. So what we did is we ended up going to Buffalo Park, I believe it's called. I'll leave it down here below. um and it's just like a trail, and it has a really nice scenery, so we ended up going there to do a little bit more walking, and it was pretty fun. And but again, it was cold, so we ended up leaving at around like 5:30 or like 6. So for dinner, we didn't want to again do Taco Bell or McDonald's or anything like that. So we actually ended up going to a Safeway, I believe it was. And we ended up getting dinner there. So we just got like the soup, the cup noodle soups, and my husband got fried chicken. We got some other snacks. We did end up getting some bagels and cream cheese, because at the Wyndham, oh, I mean, I'm pretty sure all hotels have, you know, a microwave and like the mini fridges. So we just got breakfast for the next day. So that's just another tip that you guys can do if you do stay at the Wyndham, or if you don't want to eat like Taco Bell or McDonald's because they upcharge so much for like 3 McChickens. Um, go to Safeway or like a, you know, a grocery store, whatever. It's a grocery store, and maybe get like some dinner there. And yeah, it was way cheaper. So the next day we went to the Grand Canyon. Now our trip was Saturday through Monday, so we left Saturday in the afternoon. You know, we got there at night. Sunday we did Bearizona and the trail, and then Monday morning we did the Grand Canyon, just kind of so you guys can see like the timeline of it. Now the Grand Canyon, again, it was cold. We went during spring break. They charged $35 per car. And like inside of the park, you know, there's other things that you can like purchase or do. There was like museum, and then just like other stuff. We didn't do any of that, so we just wanted to walk the trail. Initially we were gonna do the drive through because they do have a drive through scenery, and then the gave us a pamphlet as well, and we ended up doing the orange trail. I don't know what it's called, but if you go in on the map, there's like a green trail, I think, and then there's the orange trail that we did, and then a red trail, I believe. So the orange one was supposed to be like 1 to 2 hours, it says. And we parked all the way down to where the museum was, and we walked all the way up to Yavapai. And that's where we ended up making it. There was still a little bit left for us to go, like another stop. I don't know exactly what it was called, but they also do have buses that will bring you to each stop, so just kind of depending like where you parked. It was kind of full. We did end up waiting like half an hour in line, and I think it was because it was during spring break. Sorry, my dogs are barking at somebody. But I think it was because of spring break, and it is about like an hour away from Williams, so we had to drive an hour up to the Grand Canyon. We have smaller kids, you know, obviously. And, you know, just kind of watch them. We did have my 3-year-old, or almost 3-year-old, in her stroller. We didn't let her, you know, loose. The trails are paved, so you're not like walking on like rocks and like dirt. Obviously, if you want to get a little bit closer, you know, it is kind of rocky. So again, you know, just be careful. They do have like a little, I don't know if it is, I don't know what it is, like a little trail or something. If you want to go, there's like a part where you can go like a little more down if you're adventurous. We didn't do that, but if you want to, you can. We ended up doing the trail. We ended up doing like 3.5 hours or so, so it wasn't 1 or 2 hours, but you know, we had kids. So one more thing, and then I believe I'm not missing anything, but if you guys have any questions, you guys can comment down below, and then I'll try to answer the best of my ability. But another thing is, if you are going to the Grand Canyon, do not wait to put gas closer to the Grand Canyon, because it is more expensive. So I recommend putting gas in Williams. It was like $3 and like something. And so if you're like from Vegas, you know, the gas prices here are ridiculous. So in Williams, I suggest pump gas, and then and not pump gas closer, because it was like $5 or something like that over there. And then when you come back down, you know, if you're leaving, then you can pump gas again in Williams and then come to Vegas. So that's just another little tip there for you guys. So I do have like a vlog style if you guys want to see that, and I'll link it down below if you guys want to see it. I tried to put like all my tips and stuff on it, but I realized that I was kind of rambling a lot, so I decided to make this video. But that is pretty much it. I hope you guys liked and enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video.